Welcome to Metal Black. This is a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up originally developed by Taito and released in arcades back in 1991. As with most of the Taito games that I've been covering in the past few months on the channel, this is not one of their more well-known games. At least I wouldn't say it is, and to be perfectly honest, I also wouldn't say that this is one of their most ambitious games either, but I'm gonna get to those explanations in just a little bit. So first of all, let me talk about the plot of this game, because there is in fact a plot in Metal Black, and it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, which is really just par for the course with a lot of these Japanese shoot-'em-ups, but this game takes place in the year 2052, in which Earth has been mostly destroyed by an army of aliens known as the Nemesis. You play as a lone pilot named John Ford, who has taken to the skies, all by his lonesome, to try and find and defeat the Nemesis scum once and for all. Now, is there a much deeper reason why you're going out into space and trying to destroy a bunch of alien invaders? Well, there actually is. There's actually an entire cutscene that plays before the game's title screen even appears that pretty much explains it in pretty good detail. But basically, about 10 years prior, in 2042, there was a star that just suddenly appeared around the orbit of Jupiter, and the gravitational pull of said star caused some asteroids within Jupiter's orbit to get flung towards the Earth. At the same time, the Nemesis were also plotting their invasion of Earth, apparently. And they looked at the asteroids that were heading towards Earth and they were like, hey, we could use that as cover. That way the humans won't be able to detect us. So the Nemesis begin their invasion of Earth around the same time that the Earth is getting bombarded by asteroids. And the military tried to fight back, but they were ultimately defeated by the incredibly sophisticated weapons of the Nemesis. It turns out that the Nemesis are using a special beam weapon that is powered by a weird substance called Nualoan. In response to this, the military decides to develop a top-secret fighter jet codenamed Black Fly. And the Black Flies were designed specifically to be able to harness this weird Nualoan element so that they themselves could use beam weapons and basically, I guess, fight fire with fire. However, the Black Flies did not end up being used ultimately because the government somehow managed to negotiate a peace treaty with the aliens? And this happened about 10 years after the invasion. I do want to clarify that quickly. However, John Ford was not too thrilled by these peace negotiations, and he decides to go rogue, stealing one of the Black Fly play-ins and heading out on his own quest to vanquish the Nemesis once and for all. And I guess somehow the military doesn't notice that he did this, and they do absolutely nothing to stop him, so there you go. Yeah, so kind of a silly plotline if I'm being perfectly honest. Also, if you want to know where exactly John Ford is traveling to try and find the Nemesis, he is traveling to Jupiter, because supposedly the companion star that suddenly appeared around Jupiter may have something to do with the Nemesis. Also, I do have to wonder what kind of fighter jet he's piloting exactly that allows him to fly all the way to Jupiter within just like, I'm guessing the course of a few hours? I mean, I get that it's the year 2052, but the fact that they've already developed fighter jets that can travel that fast? I don't know, man. They're basically like spaceships in a way. I don't get it. Yeah, so that's pretty much the synopsis of Metal Black, and I mean, at the end of the day, the plot doesn't really matter at all, because all you're gonna be seeing in this video is just me shooting a whole bunch of things, so it's not really gonna matter in the long run. Now, Metal Black, as I mentioned before, is not really one of Taito's more well-known games. I do kind of feel like this game has pretty much fallen into obscurity at this point, but despite that, it was ported to some other platforms over the past 3 decades. It was ported to the Sega Saturn in 1996, it was featured on the Taito Legends 2 compilation in 2006 for PlayStation 2, Xbox, and PC, and most recently, it was ported to the Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4 in November of last year as part of Hamster Corporation's Arcade Archive series. Metal Black seems to have been met with a mostly mixed reception ever since it came out, And I can kind of understand why. As I mentioned before, Metal Black is not one of Taito's more ambitious games. This game is actually pretty heavily simplified compared to other shoot-em-ups that I have showcased on the channel. Because I did mention that the Black Fly is capable of using beam weapons, just like some of the Nemesis enemies, but that's the only weapon you can use in the game. There's actually no weapon pickups in this game whatsoever. It's just your standard cannons and your beam. I mean, what is cool about the beam is that you can actually power it up in order to make it even stronger, and I do believe that also makes your standard shots a lot stronger too. There are like some new alone particles that you can grab in a lot of the levels in order to power up your beam. But that's pretty much all that you have in terms of what weapons you can use in the game. You can't use anything else. So yeah, the gameplay here is heavily simplified compared to a lot of other shoot-em-ups that I covered on the channel, and also a lot of shoot-em-ups that were coming out around this time period. I guess maybe Taito wanted to try and keep things as simple as possible for this particular game, but in doing so, I feel like they may have sacrificed a little bit of the game's substance. But regardless of all of that, I do want to try and get into the game and show it off to you guys, because I've already played this entire game off screen, by the way, and I will say that this is a difficult-as-balls game. It's very difficult, especially in the later stages, and I will definitely be using a lot of continues in this video. I'm gonna warn you ahead of time. Something else I should warn you about as well is that this game does have a lot of flashing imagery in it, so if you have photosensitive epilepsy, this might not be the video for you, or at the very least, you should, you know, take caution, of course. Or I guess proceed with caution. This is also a fairly short game as well. There's only 6 levels in the entire game, and 2 bonus stages. I'm gonna quickly show off some of the dip switches here. The dip switches this time around are not really all that interesting, honestly. You have an unused dip switch, I don't know what that could be. You have flip screen, service mode, demo sounds, coin A, coin B, difficulties, bonus life, the amount of lives, allow continue, because this game does allow you to use continues, and you have upright controls dual, which I'm not entirely sure what that actually is. So the first thing I want to show you guys is this game's intro cinematic, because it does explain like the actual plot of the game here. Project Gun Frontier 2. 2042 AD, a phantom companion star which has suddenly appeared on Jupiter's orbit affected the asteroids, dropping a rain of meteorites to the Earth. At the same time, it scrolls so quickly you can't even read it. It's believed that they came flying from the sky area of Nemesis. Yeah, they're talking about the, like the race of aliens that you're fighting here. Warning, Earth's national security information, 17th of March, 2052. They had a special ability of combined with the Earth's civilization. The Earth's military force was defeated by their overwhelming beam arms. The beam was the thing which made good use of energy. Scientists called it as New Alone. Top secret, eyes only, copy 1 of 1, special classified executive, order 033944, Project Metal Black, a permanent freeze. The Earth's government made a compromise called peace, and the government concealed newly produced machines Black Fly having the same ability as theirs into darkness. Yeah, the English is a little bit broken in this cutscene, I will admit, but it's okay. You can still kind of understand what's going on, right? The Earth died, and it was about to enter upon silence times. I mean, this intro cinematic is still really cool, though. I mean, for 1991, it's still, like, very meticulously animated. This game definitely has a sense of style, for absolute sure, even if it may not have that much substance, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, there you go. Metal Black. Also, I just want to point out as well, I really love that line during the intro cinematic where it says, the government made a compromise called peace. Which, I mean, I guess that is technically a compromise, but I don't know, I just find it funny the way they worded that. I don't know. I think it's because the way they worded it, they said, a compromise called peace. Yeah, as if the people playing this game don't understand the concept of peace at all. Anyway, let's start blowing things up here, because it's always fun to blow things up in games, right? Yeah, so there's John Ford right here, getting into his machine right here, the Metal Black machine, and we are going to set sail here. Round 1, down to Earth. Yeah, so again, I really like the way that everything animates in this game, for absolute sure. Like, again, it has a sense of style. Oh yeah, all of the songs in this game have actual names as well. This name is called, or the name of this song in particular is called Born to Be Free. Yeah, I do find it very interesting how it even tells you, like, the names of all the songs in this game. And I actually do, like, unironically love the music in this game. The music is actually surprisingly good. I had no expectations for the music going into this, but I was pleasantly surprised by it. There's a lot of groovy stuff in this game's soundtrack, for absolute sure. I don't know what's going on that TV screen in the background, but yeah. So this is the gameplay of Metal Black right here. That is a runway. There is a giant insect creature that has taken over it, but we already killed it, so there you go. It's already done. Yeah, so as with a lot of shoot-em-ups, things happen very quickly in this game. So you do have a standard fire right here, as you can see, where you're just launching a bunch of, like, you know, a lot of, like, simple beams, I guess you could say, or like cannons or whatever the heck. You'll also notice that there's a bunch of new alone particles that are just kind of flying around the screen here, and you can pick these up in order to increase the power of your beam, which also increases the power of your standard cannon shots as well. I probably shouldn't have just avoided all of them. I could have used my beam right there. Yeah, there is another button that does allow me to fire the beam right now, but I kind of want to hang on to it just for the time being, because I would like to actually save that for the boss if I possibly can. I need to make sure I don't end up losing all my lives. Oh my god, what am I doing right now? Please and thank you. There we go. Very nice. This is kind of going good right now. Actually, it really isn't, because I'm already, like, freaking absolutely everything up, but I want to see if I can hold on to this until I get to the boss. Because my beam level's already charged up here. Okay, this is actually the boss right here. So the levels in this game are also incredibly short, too. So, there is a key that you can press, or, well, like a button you can press. I am playing this on main, by the way. But yeah, you can fire your beam pretty much anytime you want, which I guess I may as well just do it right now. Oh, there's also this really cool thing here as well, actually, where I just get completely obliterated by a giant beam of energy. Okay, so, yeah, your main weapon in this game is the beam. But there is this really cool thing that you can do with the beam as well when you're fighting bosses, where if the boss fires a beam of their own, and you fire a beam at the same time, you can effectively, like, duel with your beams. I also have to use a continue already, because I'm just completely freaking this up. But yeah, there is an interesting mechanic in the game where you can basically duel with all of the bosses with your beams. So you can fire a beam at the same time that they fire a beam, and basically, the more powerful beam ends up overpowering the weaker one, and it creates like a giant ball of energy that just gets flung directly at the enemy, and it does a lot of damage to them. Causes massive amounts of damage to them. And in some cases, you can just straight up, like, kill bosses immediately by doing that. Or at the very least, you can do a lot of damage to them. I didn't do it very well there, probably because, I mean, my beam was at max level, though, so I felt like that should have worked. Hang on a second, this might work. Okay, I think I just canceled it out. I think I just canceled it out completely. God, why was that so difficult for me? It doesn't matter. He's dead. My god, dude. Okay, there we go. The entire screen just gets engulfed in a giant ball of fire, and that's just it. He's freaking dead, okay? Now we're dropping a missile of some kind, or like a solid rocket booster, and now we're going into space. Well, actually, no, we're doing a bonus stage first. Override. Okay, so... yeah, that was the first boss. Okay, so this is a really cool bonus stage right here as well, where you're trying to lock onto these enemies, and I do believe that you fire these little, like, homing missiles that I'm launching. I think my ship does actually fire those automatically. What you have to do is that you basically have to lock on to all the different enemies that you see here, the different robotic enemies, and yeah, it just targets them, like, automatically if you're able to lock onto them. But this is a really cool, oh my god, what the frick are these things doing, actually? Hang on a second, there we go. Lock onto the yellow guy. I think this might be the final guy that's here. But yeah, this is a really cool bonus stage, though, because it's almost like in a first-person perspective. Like, sometimes it alternates between, like, third-person and first-person, sort of. Like, the game sort of tracks where the missiles are in, like, a pseudo 3D space, almost, or basically like a 3D space, but it's really cool because everything is still all sprite-based. And yeah, it just kind of tracks the missiles, and you can actually see the missiles, like, getting shot towards the enemies, and the enemies trying their best to avoid the missiles, but they just end up getting hit by them pretty much all the time, because I don't think there is actually any way for them to avoid it. I do think they will actually get hit by the missiles regardless of where exactly they're heading. So they will eventually just like get destroyed by them, regardless of how much they dodge. Or how much they try to dodge. Okay, there's this also this weird, like, robot shark enemy in space. Yeah, we are actually in space now. Just flying in front of the moon. I don't know why I can't, like, kill this dude right here. Okay, you know what? Just get the beam. Get the beam. Oh my god, please. Yeah, something else that I should mention about this beam weapon is that if you're using the beam charge, that doesn't actually make you invincible. You can still get killed by enemy bullets even when you're firing your giant-ass beam. So, just keep that in mind. Oh my god. Okay, there's shooting stars as well that rush around the screen. They're very hard to avoid. They're also incredibly annoying. And, yeah, also, the bullets cannot be destroyed with this beam either. I think there are some enemy bullets that can be obliterated with the beam, but these purple pill-like bullets are not one of them, so you gotta just avoid them at all costs. Also, this guy that's just, like, throwing up bullets right here. Hang on, I'm gonna see if I can try and, like, maybe just do this normally? Just do some normal damage to him, hopefully? God, it's so slow. Like, it is really slow when you're, when you have, like, a very low, beam level right here. Your shots become more powerful the more new alone particles that you get. Like, it does, the damage that your normal shots do does depend on your beam level. I don't know if how many shots you fire all at once necessarily has anything to do with your beam level either, but okay, hang on a second. This is, I'm already getting, like, sensory overload here, but hang on. There's another moon for some reason in front of the bigger moon here. I don't really know what this is all about, but whatever. It's gonna crack open and there's gonna be a monster that comes out of it. And there he is right there. Indeed. The whole moon just freaking shatters. Okay, this song is called Yui's. Yui's. Yeah, so now we just have this big monster that we have to try and, like, decimate here. I don't know if any of the bosses in this game have official names, just for the record. But it doesn't matter. I'm gonna try and see if I can use my maximum charge beam right here. Let's, oh god, I don't know what exactly he's doing here. Yeah, sometimes he puts this, these weird, like, okay, actually, wait a second, this might be a good, okay, that was definitely not a good place to put it, because he actually, like, fired another laser right here. Okay, yeah, this laser bounces off these, like, miniature disco balls that he places down. And I do believe they can be destroyed, but they actually take quite a few hits to destroy, I find. Oh yeah, and they also move around as well. Yeah, so just kinda have to try and avoid that. Here we go. Beam duel. Beam duel. Okay, I have to like mash the fire button right here. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Look at that. Oh my god, it does so much damage, dude. Holy frick. Yeah, so that's kind of what I was talking about right there. So you can do this really, like, there's this really cool sequence that happens where, yeah, you create like a giant ball of energy. It almost looks like a sequence out of Dragon Ball Z, if I'm being perfectly honest. Yeah, you're just fighting with the beams. The more powerful beam is gonna get, like, deflected back into the enemy, hopefully. Like, hopefully it doesn't get deflected back into your face, because that wouldn't be good. That would not be good at all. And I do want to clarify as well, though, that you don't have to use the beam in that particular fashion, because what you can also do is that you can also just stay down here to avoid the beam, because that apparently works too, holy frick. But yeah, you don't have to actually, like, defeat all of the bosses like that, because you can use your beam at any time you want, regardless of whether or not it's fully charged up. Probably should have moved out of the way of that. Yeah, so you can just use your beam whenever you want. You don't have to wait until it's, like, fully charged, and then you just unleash it on any of the bosses here. You don't have to do that. But if you want to get that really cool sequence there where you're basically doing, like, you know, this sort of, like, laser fighting right here, then yeah, you may want to wait. You may want to wait until you get your beam charged up completely, and then you can unleash total chaos. But just keep in mind that you have to be a fairly decent button masher in order to get it accomplished. I think I'm just gonna stay here. Actually, I don't need to stay here. I don't need to stay here because I can just do this again. Is that actually gonna kill him? It actually did, holy frick. Yeah, there's also this really cool sequence where he just kind of blows up, and there's a lot of colors that flood the screen, basically. Round 2 clear. Very nice. Round 3, Dreamland. I want to reiterate as well, by the way, that there are only 6 stages in this game. Not counting the bonus stages, in which case there's technically 8, so I mean, we're already making, like, some pretty good progress here. Like I said, this is not a very long game at all, but it is a very difficult one, so its difficulty more than makes up for that. Yeah, these guys are kind of just, like, floating around aimlessly in space, without a cause or a care in the world. Alright, well there you go. Well, aside from trying to kill me, of course, that's, like, their only cause and their only care in the world, really, but I'm gonna try and avoid that as much as I can. There we go. Try and have at least a decent amount of spatial awareness. Oh yeah, there's also these, like, cyborg sea turtles that just fly around the screen as well. They're also very difficult to avoid because their movement is actually quite, spastic, for lack of a better term. Oh yeah, also, try to avoid these guys that are launching these, like, little, I guess, like, little nails at you. I don't even know what they're called, but, like, yeah, like, setting up those little poles for you to just run into and destroy yourself on. Yeah, not very good. Not very good to run into those. So try not to run into them. I don't even know what this is, like little snails? I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not even sure what some of the character designs even are in this game, or the enemy designs. Like, what is that thing right there? That's like a little, like a little worm of some sort that just closes the space station to try and crush you. But I mean, I already died before that, so it literally did not affect me. So whatever. Whatever, dude. We're just gonna keep on going down for now. Yeah, so this game is an auto-scroller, as you can see. Every stage is basically an auto-scroller in this game. So, not necessarily a game that you can speedrun. Oh my god, hang on a second. Yeah, see? These guys just kind of, like, fly all over the screen here. I can't even tell if I'm doing damage to them. Okay, well, I definitely was doing damage to them, but... Oh, okay, they start off as like, little slimes, and then they turn into sea turtles? They transform? I do not get it. That's very strange. Aliens are very weird, guys. Have you ever noticed that? Aliens tend to be kind of complete weirdos in these kinds of games. Not sure if you ever noticed that at all. Okay, well, either way, we're coming up to the third boss of the game now. This guy is basically like a dung beetle of some sort. And yeah, he actually, like, launches his rock at you, or like his dung ball, I guess you could say. Oh god, okay, yeah, there's also this thing that rises up as well. Oh yeah, there's another, like, monster as well that's, like, trying to grab you too. And I don't think that claw can be destroyed, though. I think the other monster that you're fighting here is indestructible, pretty much. Yeah, that claw right here with the mouth on it, or I think it literally is just a claw. Well, I don't know. It looks like it's alive. It looks pretty organic. Looks like it has a mind of its own. It's pretty terrifying regardless. So I would recommend just avoiding it at all costs. Oh my god. Okay, hang on a second. So I gotta... Oh yeah, by the way, this boss can actually fire a beam out of the little ball that he throws at you. Yeah, the ball itself can fire a beam. I don't know if the dung beetle boss necessarily, the flesh dung beetle can necessarily do that too. I don't think he can, but I would not chance it. Oh my god, please and thank you. Hang on, I'm gonna get more stuff here. Gonna get more stuff. Oh god, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna launch this now. Wait, I actually destroyed it. I actually did destroy it. I destroyed his little ball. Wait, does it regenerate though? Does he create a new one? I have no idea, but I think he actually is about to die. Oh no, he can make another one. Oh god, okay. When he has like a large beam like that, it's probably better to just avoid it. I don't even know how I was supposed to avoid that, but whatever. Let's just keep going. Oh my god, it's coming back up. Please? No? Okay, well... Again, I wasn't sure how I was supposed to avoid that. I guess I could have... Well, no, I just have like a tiny beam here. Oh my god, could you please stop? Please stop being annoying like that. My god. Because whenever he has, like, a charged-up beam, the beam also lasts for, like, a very long period of time. Here, let me just do some damage to him. Okay, it seems like he's already dead. He was trying to create another ball there, but whatever. He's not gonna get that chance now, because he is deceased. He has been vaporized. Very nice. Okay, this is the second bonus stage, Blackout. The song here is called Non-Fiction. Okay, we gotta target this guy right here. There we go, lock on. And as soon as you lock on, you just launch missiles at them immediately. And they pretty much always hit their target regardless of how long it takes them. So, yeah. It's actually a pretty easy bonus stage, if I'm being perfectly honest. Or the bonus stages in this game are fairly easy. But I mean, the sprite scaling effects in these bonus stages are pretty cool to look at, because, again, the game basically turns into like a it turns, or what am I trying to say right now? It changes to a first-person perspective in the bonus stages. So you're actually looking at all the bosses from the perspective of the Black Fly, which is actually really cool. It's pretty damn cool. And seeing all these missiles just flying around the screen as well. I like it, man. I like the way that this looks. Again, this game does have a lot of style, I would say, and it's definitely one of the better looking arcade shoot-em-ups from the early 90s, for absolute sure. I just don't feel like it has that much substance, though, because, I mean, the gameplay is pretty simplistic overall, I would say. Especially since you're only allowed to use, like, one weapon at a time, honestly, which is, like, the beam weapon. Yeah, I wasn't able to take all of them out, unfortunately. Okay, yeah, you can actually still move around in 3D space as well. You're basically, like, orbiting something in the center of the arena there. And you just have to move around that. You have to move around that in order to, like, target some of the other enemies in the bonus stage. Anyway, this round, this level right here is called Crystallize. And as its name would insinuate, it's a giant cave with a bunch of crystals. Yeah, pretty straightforward, honestly. Okay, yeah, but there's more shooting stars and also these weird, like, worm-like enemies as well that actually steal New Alone from you. And I don't know if they can be destroyed necessarily. I actually don't know if they can be killed at all. Yeah, there's also these weird bubbles in this stage as well, which basically function as shields, in a way. But the only downside to using them is that you can't actually fire with, while you're trapped in a bubble. But I mean, you can use them as, like, a shield. Yeah, okay, not a good idea to use them right here, because I was basically, I almost got, like, crushed by that wall. Oh god. Okay, hang on a second. I don't think that wall is going to crush me. At least not right now. Okay, no, it actually moves back out. Okay, hang on a sec. Can I kill you at the very least? Okay, yes, very nice. Okay, well, yeah. Sometimes the bubble shields can be a hindrance, other times it can sometimes be a godsend. If you're trying to just, like avoid bullets, of course. Oh god, okay, well, I probably should have moved upwards, actually. Yeah, this is another stage where a lot of the, I don't even know what I got killed by there, I didn't even see anything. This is another stage where a lot of the different, like, walls in the stage and the ceilings and the floors do tend to shift around a lot. And you do need to avoid running into that, because that does pretty much kill you instantly if you collide with, like, any of the stage objects here. So just avoid everything at all costs, basically. Oh my god, these guys that launch diagonal laser beams. Diagonal lasers are the bane of my existence, dude. Okay, well, see, that was my fault, because I straight up, like, ran into that. Here we go. Take advantage of my iframes right here and just, like, run straight through the wall. Or fly straight through it. Fine, you know what? I'll take the bubble. And take the booble for now. Yeah, does this have, like... Oh, okay. I guess if it still hits me in the center, they can actually still kill me. Okay. Doesn't make me fully invincible. I mean, I didn't think it did, but anyway. Doesn't matter. We're coming up to the Stage 4 boss now. This is... Well, I don't know what their name actually is, but... What exactly is this boss again? Because I actually can't remember. Oh, right. It's actually a giant missile. It's another gigantic missile. Gotta fly all the way up to the top of the screen right here to avoid getting hit by it. Because I think I can collide with the missile itself. Yeah, the rocket booster. I mean, I can still shoot it in the butt plenty of times to try and do damage to it, because that does actually work. Okay, some of the screws are coming loose on it. We gotta avoid that, because the screws do actually kill you if you collide with them. There we go. Oh my god, how did I even avoid any of those missiles? Holy frick. Yeah, this thing launches heat-seeking missiles of its own. You'll see there's still a lot of New Alone particles that are still, like... that are still floating around the place. I mean, that's pretty much the only way that you can even charge up, like, your BMs at any point. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna do something here. Whoa, holy frick. Okay, hang on. The game is, like, lagging like a mother fricker right now. Hang on. There we go. I think I did some damage to it. Hang on. I'm gonna do a little bit more damage. Oh my god, dude. I don't even know what the heck happened there. I think there were, like, multiple balls of energy that I created from that. Because he was, like, launching 2 beams at me. Okay, well, I still need to use a continue regardless, but yeah. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, this is another shoot-em-up where there is a lot of stuff that happens on the screen occasionally, and yeah, the game doesn't have the best time, like, handling all of that. Not all the time, at the very least. But, for now, though, it should be okay. What am I actually destroying? Well, I'm destroying myself at the moment. That's what's happening right there. That's what's happening right here. Oh my god, wait, what in the world is this? There's too many shooting stars. And also this worm right here is pissing me off as well. Or it's like a snake. It's almost like a little snake enemy that just steals new alone particles from you. He's very annoying. Especially since I don't think he can be destroyed. So, oh my god, please. Just not even paying attention at this point. Okay, let's see what we can do here. I mean, I think this guy is actually almost dead now. I'm pretty sure. Okay, well that's, yeah, so... Yeah, that's another thing you need to be careful for. When you're using like a very weak beam against some of these enemies, yeah, they're more powerful beams, or if their beams are a lot more powerful, sometimes that can happen where the beams just turn into electricity, and they pretty much, like, blow your ass up instantly. Yeah, not exactly a great thing. Not exactly a great thing to do to yourself. Just saying. Oh my god, okay, hang on. I need to start paying a little bit more attention here. Hang on. I think this guy's almost dead anyway. Okay, yeah, he's dead right now. I mean, that's a pretty cool effect right there. I like that color palette, too. Like the green and cyan. Like an emerald explosion. Looks pretty nice, I would say. There we go, round 4 clear. So this is the penultimate stage. We are getting closer to Jupiter. Nemesis Crisis. The song is called Doubt. I doubt my abilities to actually do this, like, well. But we're gonna do it regardless. Oh my god, please. I just ran into that. I even saw it. I even saw the bullet, like, careening towards me, and I still rammed into it regardless. Okay, so this stage introduces these little bug creatures that don't actually damage you, but they do slow you down significantly. It's like they pull your they pull your ship down quite a bit. Yeah, they pull your fighter jet down quite a bit. Also, these little cyborgs right here that launch like little yeah, like little bullets of their own that are just kind of running around the ceiling and the floor. Also kind of annoying to deal with. Oh my god, hang on a second. Oh my freaking lord. Oh yeah, there's also these other like fleshy spike balls that also launch, I think, electricity as well. Well, sometimes they appear and they try to like ram directly into you, but I think they can launch crap of their own as well. And it's not great. Not really great either. Oh my lord, I don't know what to do. Well, okay, yeah, they do actually launch electricity of their own, that's what I figured. It's okay, the torture will be over fairly soon because this is the penultimate stage of the game. I also just want to make it clear as well that there are no more bonus stages after the second bonus stage, so yeah, that's the last time you guys are ever going to see the bonus stages in this video, so we're pretty much already done with them. Look at all these freaking bugs that just come my way, dude. This is insane. Hang on, I can try and use like a little bit of BM. A little bit of BM. It just doesn't seem to be working out for me in the slightest. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, there's also like some of these instances as well where there's like so many enemies on screen that like the game doesn't really know what to do. So you gotta clear stuff out like as quickly as possible because of that. Oh my god. Okay, well, either way, we're getting close to Jupiter. We're basically at Jupiter now. And we are going to be fighting an invisible creature right here that is going to make itself visible in just a moment. Still a really cool effect, by the way, especially for like a game that came out in '91. Yeah, so this is like a giant frog cyborg. That's like the best way I can describe what this dude is. There we go. Blast him in the face with a beam. Very nice. Oh god, he actually appeared like directly on top of me. Oh my god. Yeah, see, he has like a giant tongue as well that just picks up new alone particles, so he can launch a big beam of his own. Oh god, he actually just did it right there. Damn it. Hang on, I'm gonna go around that. I'm going to go around that, just so that he ends up, like, wasting the rest of it. Oh god, he does have heat-seeking missiles as well, I forgot about that. Okay, I need to try and, like, grab some of these myself. Yeah, he's gonna turn invisible. Okay, so should I... Okay, he's just gonna fire, like, normal bullets right here. These are not that difficult to avoid. Very nice. Should I just do this now? Yeah, I think I will, actually. There we go. There we go. As long as I'm able to like, hold this for as long as I can, then I can just keep doing more damage to him over time. Yeah, and I do believe that if you keep, like, picking up new alone particles while you're firing your beam, you can keep your beam going for a longer period of time. It doesn't run out as quickly, because you can just keep replenishing it as you're firing it. which is nice. Oh god, that's not very nice. That's a lot of, that's just a lot of, like pink stuff that I hate. Oh god, sorry about that. I misclicked a thing on my keyboard, and I completely fricked up the orientation of my desktop screen. Okay, anyway, I think we're fine, though. I think we're fine now. I think this guy has already taken, like, a lot of damage, actually. Yeah, this guy changes, like, slightly different colors compared to some of the other bosses here. But I think we're fine. We're fine, okay? We're almost at the end of the game anyway. This is, like, the penultimate stage, like I already said. I don't exactly know, like, how much damage this guy has to take in order for him to die, but I think... Well, actually, if he turns completely purple like that, does that basically mean he's like, practically dead? I think that's basically what it means. Oh my god, dude. Okay, hang on. Let me just level up this beam particle a little bit. Okay, yeah, he actually is dead. Okay, there we go. So he explodes in blue. Very nice. Nice blue and white explosion right there. Kind of looks like the Earth in a way, actually, with that effect. Okay, well, anyway, we're going on to the final stage of the game now, which is, it's gonna show the name here in just a second. Yeah, nice little zoom in effect right there. A Mirage of Mind, Gaia. Indeed, Gaia is the last level of this game, actually. So yeah, we're basically at the end of the game here, about to come up to the final boss. And yeah, this is a very weird enemy sort of thing right there, where it just kind of multiplies the more that you shoot at it. It's odd, and I don't like it. Okay, hang on a second. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of like weird enemies that are just kind of hopping around here. I don't think I should actually like try and destroy that. I feel like I should just try and avoid that. Actually, there's just gonna be more than that continuously appear. Can you push that down for me, please? Thank you very much. Didn't even realize my beam was already like fully charged. Hang on, maybe I can do something about this right here. There you go. Get out of here, guys. Get out of here. Yeah, it seems like when you have your beam fully charged, it just instantly goes into that like electricity attack right there. Okay, hang on. I need to try and like actually pay attention a little bit. Okay, how was I not able to kill that guy? Holy frick, dude. What in the world? Okay, kill the slime at least. Alright, let's see. I was gonna say, let's see if I can try and actually do some good dodges, and nothing of any interest occurred whatsoever, because I just ended up dying. Okay, hang on. There, give me some of that. Give me some of those particles. Feed me the particles, Dad. Okay, don't feed me whatever that is, because that's just terrifying. Hang on a second. Okay, there we go. I actually killed him. Nice. Alright, oh my god, there's more guys that are trying to, like, ram into me and also shoot electricity at me. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, well, I did get rid of the turtle. Okay, I didn't get rid of the snail, though. The snail freaking got me from behind. I can just move past that. There we go. Sometimes you gotta take advantage of your iframes as well when you come back here. I'm not taking advantage of, like, literally anything. I'm just, like, crashing into everything at this point. Goodness gracious. Okay, that turtle is just gone, actually. It just left. Oh my god, what is with the electricity? There's too much electricity in the air tonight. Okay, we're flying past Venus, we're flying past the moon, and now we are going to be coming up to the final boss of the game here. The final boss is technically this giant ball of light right here. This is actually the soul of the boss, technically. Yeah, here he is. We can start, like, doing damage to him immediately. Yeah, so this is a very bizarre boss fight, because what happens in the background is that the more that you damage this boss, the background keeps changing constantly. And there are some really strange backgrounds that can occur in this fight, or that can appear, I should say. Yeah, and the boss itself does not actually damage you. But I think this giant, fleshy tail of some sort kind of just looks like his rectum in a way. Like, if I'm being perfectly honest. Yeah, this thing can actually damage you because it fires a beam at you, but it also fires new alone particles that you can pick up. And damage, the soul of the enemy with, essentially. There we go. Oh yeah, there's also these things that he launches at you as well that kind of like, follow your ship around. Yeah, you know, there's an ape in the background. I don't know why that's there, but it just is. Yeah, okay, these things that follow you around. This thing right here. They have like a little trail on them. They do actually follow wherever your plane moves. And yeah, they're just generally pretty deadly. Pretty deadly. We're basically fighting like a giant translucent xenomorph right here, who is also a fish apparently. Yes, we're battling a xenomorph fish. Oh no, the tail itself does not actually kill you. It's just the beam. Okay, well, Give me some particles, please. Okay, well, I ran directly into that thing. God. Yeah, it's also difficult to like, deal with some of these tail-like enemies right here as well, because they... Oh my god, please. It can be difficult to deal with these tail-like enemies at times, because they do have a tendency to cut you off from where you're trying to go. Okay, maybe I have to try not do, like, Control and Alt at the same time and then hit an arrow key, because I think that's what's messing me up. So just hang on a second. Hang on a minute here. I mean, you can destroy these tails as well, by the way. It's not like they're indestructible or anything, but they do just take a lot of hits to destroy. I think you can actually use your beam to destroy them, more or less. Hang on, can I try doing this right here? Come on. Okay, I actually pushed him back. And then I got steamrolled immediately by the freaking tails again. Oh my god, please and thank you. I barely have, like, any beam whatsoever to actually, like do significant damage to this guy. Oh my god, god, they're like filling the damn screen as well with just like beads. Here, I gotta do a better job at actually like picking some of these up right here. There we go, and I have to like bait the tail as well into going somewhere else. Okay, well it's actually dead regardless. Okay, there we go. Next phase, and then I think, okay, next phase again. Actually, it's destroying a whole bunch of the things right here. Oh yeah, there's just a cat in the background now. This is what I meant, by the way, when I said that this yeah, this boss fight is very bizarre. This is exactly what I was talking about. There's just a cat. Oh, it has like a cyborg eye as well. Okay, it's a cyborg cat. This entire game is just odd. Okay, let's not. Oh, he's moving back. He's moving back. Oh, the beam doesn't like. Oh, it doesn't stretch all the way to the other side of the screen. Okay, I didn't know that actually. Hang on. I don't know how much more damage he needs to take in order to die. I think we're almost at the end of this fight. Oh my god, okay, well... See, the only problem is that whenever you do end up getting a game over and you have to use a continue, it does reset your beam level back to 1. That's the only problem. So it just, like, ends up extending the boss fight for way longer than it really needs to, honestly. Yeah, and then whenever he brings his tail out, he actually moves all the way up towards the screen so that you can't even hit him. Like, they could have at the very least gave me something like smart bombs that I could use to try and, like, clear out some of the more annoying enemies here. They could have at the very least gave me that option. But no, you just have to use the beam. Use the beam. Well, whatever. Using the beam actually helped out because he's dead regardless. There we go. He's done, guys. And then he turns into Gygus, apparently. There we go. And then the Earth gets split into 2. There we go. Couldn't handle Gygus' true power, and the Earth got completely destroyed. Very nice. Very freaking nice. Yeah, that screen always reminds me of Earthbound for some reason, just with those colors and also that animation in general. Kinda looks like a TV just, like, exploding into static. Was its phantasm the last attacking? Or its last moments? And was this for real? Or was I dreaming? Nobody knows yet. Yep, the plot twist is that it was all just a dream, apparently. Well, yeah, so that's actually it, guys. That is the end of Metal Black. That is the finale of the game. So, I did do some research on this game before I decided to start recording this game. And apparently, there's 2 different endings that you can get at the end of the game. The good ending, technically, was the one that we just got, where Nemesis, I'm assuming Nemesis, gets destroyed, and also the Earth gets split in half for some reason, so I guess it's not truly a good ending, because the Earth got demolished in the end. So it's not like it ever really mattered to begin with. No, our fight against the Nemesis was all for naught because we just ended up blowing the Earth regardless. Or blowing up the Earth. Oh my god, Bro, how the hell did I make the exact same mistake where I said blow this thing instead of blowing up this thing? How do you make that mistake more than once? Oh my god, I am so brain rotted from doing Let's Play videos for so long. I need to take a damn break. For maybe 3 or 4 months perhaps, I don't know, but either way. Yeah, this is the credit screen right here. There was another ending that you can get as well, where if you do get a game over on the boss, it does actually play a bad ending, apparently, where John Ford does actually die for real in the game, and apparently the military actually takes note, or they become aware that John Ford suddenly died somewhere out in space, and what they decide to do in response is that they send all of their black fly planes towards Jupiter to try and kill the Nemesis, or to try and find it at the very least. Oh yeah, goodbye. Yeah, goodbye. Oh, okay, well actually there's there's this screen right here where we just have to input our initials. Yeah, it's the score screen. Oh yeah, those little shark cyborgs from before, they're now just swimming around in the water, apparently. Just swimming around in space with bubbles. Game over. Push 1 or 2 player button. No, we're not pushing anything. We're done. Okay? I'm done pushing buttons for today. My god. Yeah, so there you go, guys. That is Metal Black. Very brief little experience right there. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I do like this game overall, but I do kind of have some reservations about its combat, for absolute sure. It definitely feels a lot more simplified compared to other shoot-'em-ups that I've played before. And yeah, I kind of wish that there was a bit more variety in the kinds of weapons that I could use, instead of just using the standard cannon shots and the beam. I mean, the beam is still really fun to use, especially since you can have, like, straight-up beam duels where you can fight the boss's beams with beams of your own, and it creates this huge ball of energy that you have to try and push towards the enemy so that, or towards the boss, so that you can just, like, obliterate them instantaneously. That's still really cool. Like, that will never get old for me, personally. But I do still sort of wish that you could do a lot more with the weapons than just that. Like, I do kind of wish that they at the very least gave you, like, an option to use smart bombs, perhaps. Just so that you could clear, like, multiple enemies on the screen all at once. Which, I mean, I guess you could still do with, like, a maxed out BM. But still, it would have been nice to have, like, the option to use bombs of some kind. Which, I mean, I don't know, maybe there is the option to use bombs in the game, but I just didn't notice? I don't really know. I didn't notice a smart bomb counter anywhere. The only counter that I saw was for my beam level. But like I said, there are some aspects of this game that I definitely like as well. I ended up enjoying the music a lot more than I thought I would, and it's definitely one of the more visually impressive arcade shoot-'em-ups from the early 90s. Like, this game does actually look pretty damn good for its time. I especially like the bonus stages in particular, where it actually switches to a first-person perspective. That's actually really damn cool, and seeing all these homing missiles moving around in 3D space, even though everything is still, like, sprite-based, so the sprites just all scale constantly. Like, that's a really cool effect, though. I like that. I like the way that it looks, and I also like the fact that, no matter how hard some of the enemies in the bonus stage try to avoid the missiles still end up finding their target regardless. I'm pretty sure that because it's a bonus stage, though, like, the enemies are supposed to get hit by the missiles. Like, there's no way for them to actually avoid any of the missiles that you fire at them. I think they are supposed to get killed by them as soon as you lock onto them. But I don't know, it's just really funny watching the enemies try to be good at dodging. So yeah, still a pretty neat game overall. Again, not one of my most favorite shoot-'em-ups ever. Not even close, I would say, but still, it's pretty interesting. Like, if you're looking for a shoot-'em-up that tries to do something a little bit different with its combat system, then I would say Metal Black would be worth it for that alone, but it still feels very simplistic compared to other shoot-'em-ups, so I guess if you're looking for a bit of a more fleshed out experience, then I don't really know what shoot-'em-up specifically I could recommend to you. I guess if you're looking for a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up from this specific era, then, I don't know, maybe Thunder Force 3? Biohazard Battle is not exactly a bad choice either, I would say. And I mean, I'm pretty sure Gradius 3 also came out around the same time, right? I don't remember what year that came out, but it had to have been around, like, the early 90s as well, I think? Yeah, so I guess it's probably better if you just check this game out as more of a curiosity, because there's definitely some better shoot-'em-ups out there from this particular time period. I guess I could also recommend Thunder Force 4 as well, because that also came out around the same time. Yeah, maybe instead of recommending Thunder Force 3, I could recommend Thunder Force 4 instead, because I do feel like that is actually a better game. That also happens to have been released in the early 90s. So if you do want to go and purchase this game and check it out, there are going to be some links in the description for the Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4 versions of the game specifically. And can you expect more Taito weirdness on my channel in the near future? Probably, if I can find something that personally piques my interest. We'll see what happens, but I think that's pretty much where I'm gonna end the video for now, because I don't really have anything else that I wish to discuss regarding Metal Black. Yeah, just another interesting curiosity from Taito. That's probably all that the game is worth, to be completely honest. There's definitely some way better shoot-'em-ups out there, but I would still say it's worth checking out for the novelty alone, so links are in description if you still want to buy it. Anyway, thanks as always for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video I make. Later!